Good day, teachers. Hope you are having a wonderful day. It's Tuesday, so that means it's time for a Tuesday teaching tip. So every Tuesday I'm going to be providing you a teaching tip, something that's working for me in my classroom or something that I've discovered, something I've done in the past, maybe just a tip or talk of whatever about teaching. I'm talking teaching on Tuesday. Here we go today. Today I'm talking about clip charts. Yes, you know what I'm talking about, clip charts or card charts or whatever you call them or your school calls them. I'm going to tell you right now, right here, right now, in this very room, I'm going to tell you why I'm not using a clip chart this year. Simple answer. Let me start out with a simple answer. The simple answer is because I just don't want to. And I feel like we don't ever actually use that excuse, like we're afraid to say. That's a valid excuse. I just don't want to do it. And sometimes I feel like we, as teachers, we have to just do what everybody else is doing or do what everybody else is doing in the building. It's just easier that way if everybody has the same system. It's easier for your specials teachers if they know your system has a clip chart. It's easy for them to discipline your students in the classrooms. I get all of that. But here's the thing. If something doesn't work for me, why try to do it? This is going to be my 6th year in kindergarten, and every single year I've tried a clip chart, at least for a little while, and every single year it fails. So you know the definition of insanity is trying the same thing again and again, expecting different results. I don't believe to be insane, although sometimes I may act it. There's a wild animal in here. Let's go take him out. Time for you to move, wild animal. What's your last words? I'm not insane, so I'm not going to be doing one this year. And here's the thing, if you're getting some pushback from your principal or other co-teachers or whatever, that they want you to use one, I almost guarantee you, if you go to your principal, your administration, and you tell them why you don't want to use a clip chart, and you offer them some reasoning behind it and give them an alternative, they'll more than likely let you pick your own behavior incentive or behavior system. A good principal will listen to what you have to say, and they usually want to know the why behind something. If you can tell them the why behind it, or even bonus, provide a little bit of research-based evidence that something works or something doesn't work, you're probably going to get them to let you do it. So I'm going to dig a little bit deeper now. So I'm not doing one because it doesn't work for me. Simply put, no matter how hard I try, I cannot make it into a positive thing. Now, most teachers will say, if I say, oh, I don't do a behavior chart, it's negative. They'll say, well, yeah, you're supposed to just move them up all the time. Well, here's the thing, I just can't do it. I can't be consistent with that. It's very hard for me to go, yeah, good job, Johnny, go move your clip up. And then all the other kids that didn't get to move their clip up get all upset that, but I was also doing that. I was also standing right. And it's very hard, especially in kindergarten, for the students to see any type of fairness in a clip chart system such as that. At least that's from my experience. Or another thing, and let me know in the comments below, have you ever experienced this next scenario? Little Johnny is misbehaving in the hallway or wherever, and you've given him a reminder and a warning, and now it's time for little Johnny to move his clip down. And when you move little Johnny's clip down, it makes it worse, and he blows up and has a big old scene, and then everything is worse, right? So that's happened every single year. That always happens with 1 or 2 kids. And I find it's more valuable, if little Johnny is misbehaving, to have a conversation with little Johnny about that behavior and have a logical consequence. Now, I know there's times where you can't just stop your whole lesson to talk to little Johnny and isolate him. I get it. So what you can do is, if little Johnny is misbehaving in your math lesson, you after your math lesson is over, you do what you got to do. Maybe have him sit in a timeout or a reflection area or whatever your system is for when students are disrupting the class. But then later on, having a conversation with that student and asking them what was going on, try to see if you can find out the root of the problem, but have a conversation about it. Have a logical consequence. One year in my classroom, I did not even have clip charts until the very end of the year, and I just wanted to try it out. But I had a very successful year with this system, with no clip chart or anything. And basically what happened was students, they just behaved because that's just what you do. You don't have there was no real punishment for, it wasn't like
you're being bad, so your clip goes down, or you're being good, so your clip goes up. We had a completely different behavior incentive system, and I did a video about this a long time ago, about a year ago. It's called the brain power jar. I'll put a card up here. And it was like a whole group, small group incentive thing. It worked really well. Anyway, I just saw that kids just kind of fell into place, and they didn't disrupt the class because everybody was doing the same thing. And I tried to praise everybody for doing a good job. I find personally that when you don't make a big deal out of behavior, kids just sort of seem to behave. Like, it's the less of a deal you can make it, I think, the more students will just kind of show up and do the right thing on a basic level, right? You're going to have students that have crazy days, right? But a lot of times when you're dealing with the little ones, it's usually because one of their basic needs hasn't been met. They're hungry, they're tired, they had a bad day at home. Who knows why they're misbehaving, but it's easier for me as a teacher to get to the root of the problem if one of my students is misbehaving, if instead of moving their clip down, I go talk to them about it. And I find that having a clip chart for me was always a crutch. It was always, okay, your clip's down, your clip's down, your clip's down. Oh, did you talk over there? Your clip's down. Now, if I don't have a clip chart system, I don't have that crutch to lean on. I have to get to the problem of it. I gotta shut the class down and say, class, right now there's a lot of talking going on, and I'm trying to teach, I'm trying to give you this information, I'm trying to let you know what to do. So we're all going to need to make sure that we are absolutely quiet while I'm teaching. Who can repeat what I just said? Go through the procedures of showing your classroom the expectations. But no clip charts this year. I don't think they work for me personally. If you're a clip chart rock star and you want to give me or anybody else advice about how you use clip charts, please comment down below. But just know that you don't always have to do what everybody else is doing. Be yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to push the boundaries, but always make sure you do your research and back it up with some sort of facts, and let your principal or other coworkers know the why behind it. If you like this video, make sure to leave it a big thumbs up. It'll really help me out. And I will see you next Tuesday with another Tuesday teaching tip. Make it a great day, teachers, and see you next time.